Zimbabwe is a deputy secretary general. So when I was elected as the park chairperson, I assumed also that office. So we went to meet the executive secretary in Botswana. And during the same meeting, I then raised the issue of Zimbabwe to say, look, we are waiting for you in Zimbabwe because we think that according to your report, the election was a sham, it was rigged, and you need to come and help the country to resolve that issue.
Good morning, people of Zimbabwe. Tinouchingamidza pano paZimbo News pachivhitika chisina maside effects ipo patokupai manews updates izvinhu zvikuitika. So please tatongokumbira kuti usubscribe and turn on the notification bell. So panapa takuigerai audio yakagadzirwa iyo naCharlton Hwende achitaura pamusoro peSADC nenyaya yekugadzirisa maelections emuno. So sekuziva kwedu tese Sadak observers akatumwa kuti aobserve maelections emuZimbabwe akataura kuti maelections emuZimbabwe akabirirwa they were sham elections. So mhuri yeZimbabwe yanga yakamirira kuti iyo Sadak ichigadzirisa nyaya dziri kunetsa muZimbabwe. Takaona isu vapresident vezvomichamisa vachitaura kuti vakanyorera Sadak kuti tibatsirei please uyai mugadzirise nyaya idzi. Saka pane nyaya dzatakutenderera dzekuti Sadak iri kuda kuuya ichiitisa maelections muna June. Ndokufamba kwenyaya vana veZimbabwe vanga vatone hope asi vakazoona kunonoka kuri kuita maSadak leaders. Ndopabudikwa ipona Charlton Hwende achitaura kuti ini ndakagara naro bhodhi reSadak rinonzi the umbrella body reSadak racho. Ndakabvabvunza pamusoro penyaya iyi kuti muri kufungei nenyaya muri kuuya here kuzogadzirisa nyaya yemaelections. Hanzi iro bhodhi rakasika rakataura kuti nyaya idzi dzakatovharana, isu hapana kwachakwanisa kuita panyaya dzakadai. So ndokutaura kwaCharlton Hwende chitaura kuti hakusisina chichaitwa muZimbabwe chikanganwai, asi veruzhinji havana kutambira mashoko aya zvakanaka. Zvavabohwa kuti iye Charlton Hwende iside reopposition, why ari kubuda achidefenda achitaura zvinhu zvinobvisa hope muvanhu, asi vamwe ndovanga vachiti yes Charlton Hwende anogona ari opposition but it's good kuti atiudze chokwadi isusu timirire mahara. So ndozviita muri Zimbabwe. Da kuti munzwe achitaura mamadzo munofunge in the comment section. Please subscribe.
We met the executive secretary of Sadak because there's an organization called SADC, which is just an umbrella body of Sadak parliaments, the Public Accounts Committee. So Zimbabwe is a deputy secretary general. So when I was elected as the park chairperson, I assumed also that office. So we went to meet the executive secretary in Botswana. And during the same meeting, I then raised the issue of Zimbabwe to say, look, we are waiting for you in Zimbabwe because we think that according to your report, the election was a sham, it was rigged, and you need to come and help the country to resolve that issue. And they all laughed, including the executive secretary. That's the reason why I wrote it on Twitter, so that pressure can be put on him, because the whole country can't wait for a Sadak that is not coming, And I put it there as a public official. I had met him. It was for Sadak to say I was lying, but they laughed and they said, "No, honorable, to tell you the truth, that case is closed. We are not coming to Zimbabwe." At that time they were claiming that they had not even received a letter, and I knew that Chamisa had written them a letter. But that is the concept which these bodies have for opposition politics. But instead of attacking me, we were supposed to put pressure on Sadak, And in June, there's no election. They are busy preparing for Sadak meeting summit in August. Roads are being built. Preparations are at advanced stage. And I'm not sure in August, 3 months from now, when Mnangagwa assumes the chairperson, whether it will still be feasible for us to expect Sadak to come and do a free and fair election. But these are matters that the citizens of this country must. My own opinion was that Sadak's position was just to lead the way. They spelled out the irregularities that were in that election. But it was supposed, it's us, Zimbabwean citizens, that are supposed to take that forward and confront our government, confront the regime, and demand a free and fair election. Sadak will not come and impose an election. So that's what we are saying. We are not differing with what Advocate Chamisa is saying, that the election was not free and fair. Everyone knows that. I'm sure everyone knows that. Lead to a free and fair election? Do you negotiate and change the laws? Because even now, with these laws, if an election is held today, the same outcome will come out. Because for now, we are differing with his suggestion that the whole country must wait for Sadak. We are differing with him because he's no longer part of the Triple C. He left. He is not a politician, but he is our presidential candidate that participated in the election. You know, as we are leading the Triple C that is there, and we think differently, that we can't make the whole country wait for Sadak that is not coming. So it's a different strategy, different opinion.